Hi there, I'm the DutchSimsMaster. Welcome to this brand new The Sims for Speed build. So today I'm here building an industrial townhouse in Windenburg, and then actually like the city area of Windenburg, because of course townhouses are often located in the city obviously, and this is a very industrial one because yeah, I hadn't built in The Sims 4 for quite some time. I'd been very busy with SketchUp lately and I just didn't have much inspiration and much motivation to build something in The Sims 4. But then a couple of days ago I just really wanted to continue or start working on a house again, because I realized it had been quite some time since I'd actually built a house, and also since I'd uploaded my latest house building video. So then I thought, like, what style do I want to build? And then I came back to industrial, because industrial is this my favorite style, especially because I really like doing the interior for industrial styled houses as well. So I can tell you that the interior might actually be my best interior in any house so far, because I really like it. It's industrial but still kind of different from what I normally build industrial houses, like the way I normally build them. But yeah, first the exterior, it's kind of dark because yeah, industrial is of course, it's kind of rough. You've got yeah, it's just darker colors, some like stone patterns, things like that. And I made like a townhouse just to kind of get in the mood for The Sims for city living, because that expansion pack is coming in less than a month. And also I've got some really exciting news, because I've been invited to come play The Sims for city living in Paris. So I'll be going there probably by the time I'm uploading this tomorrow, because I'm planning on uploading this on Wednesday, but that doesn't really matter too much for you. But I'm going to play The Sims for city living early, and therefore I'm very curious to hear about your questions, the questions that you've got regarding The Sims for city living, because yeah, then I'll do my best to get all those questions answered by either asking a producer or by just figuring it out by playing the game myself, because of course I'll also have some hands-on time with the game. So all this is very exciting. I'm really looking forward to this. It's in Paris, like I said. I currently don't know too much yet about like the traveling and everything, but I'll do my best to make a video while I'm there. So maybe some kind of vlog or another video, something like that. But yeah, you'll see that come up on my channel. But I just wanted to kind of get in the mood for city living, and this was also just the style which I really wanted to build in, this industrial look. And then I felt like, you know, kind of a tall townhouse would be a cool idea. And as you can see, we've got a rooftop infinity pool, which I still think is like the coolest thing in the world. And yeah, I just decided to place that there. The shape is, yeah, it's kind of strange, but still it does add up to the idea of it being a townhouse, because it's kind of separated. It's not one big block, but it's divided in two parts with a width of 4 blocks, kind of 4 squares. And then yeah, here I'm actually adding those very industrial stairs, which you see a lot in New York, and which I think are definitely like the coolest things. If I ever get to New York, which I hope I will, then I will really look at all those stairs and take many pictures of them, because I think those stairs are just really cool and so iconic for New York. But I thought, you know, it's very industrial, so let's just add them to this building as well. And the cool thing, by the way, because I hadn't finished about the pool yet, is the fact that you do not actually see the pool when you're like on the street or somewhere else. Like, yeah, mainly on the street. If you're in a helicopter, you will definitely see the pool. But yeah, therefore it's very private, and it's just very unexpected for people who maybe visit the house, that there's like, boom, there's a pool on the roof. Also, I just realized that I did indeed add, yeah, like windows in the pool, which makes it even cooler. But therefore you do actually see that there is a pool, but you cannot see in it. You only see the water. So it's kind of like a huge fish tank sort of, but with human in it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm really happy with the way it turned out to look like. And you can download this from the gallery. Look for Origin or gallery ID DutchSimsMaster, and then should be able to find it. Sometimes I get notified or just people commenting saying that they cannot find me. Well, if you look for DutchSimsMaster or for hashtag DutchSims4Master, then you should definitely be able to find me. And then you can just put this in your own game. I'm not entirely sure which packs I used. I didn't really look out for that, so it could be that I used all of them, but most likely I didn't. But I used quite a few of them, I guess. But yeah, definitely dine out because these cool wooden shutters are come from dine out. So yeah, I just thought I would use those because they really create a cool effect in my opinion. So yeah, as you can see, very dark colors. All of it is kind of black with black sidings, black windows. But yeah, that's because normally I don't use black too often. I don't really like the negative feel or look that comes with it, sort of. But for this house, I felt like it would really fit it, and it actually shows that black doesn't necessarily have to mean in a house that it's kind of dark. And yeah, if you just combine it in the right way, it actually becomes a very cool looking house. I also really like that overhang which I made at the left, which you currently see at the right. And I really imagine that as being a place where you can really look into the building, sort of, because it's made out of glass, and there you've got the living room, and then you actually see like the couch and the television, etc., standing there. And it just felt like it would be a cool idea to have that like hanging over the rest of the lot, sort of. So yeah, this build I built it in nearly in one go. I built the entire house structure in like one go in a couple of hours, and then afterwards, the day after, because I simply did not have much more time when I ended, I finished the interior. But it was kind of a quick build. It did take quite some time, but it didn't take much time to come up with the idea, because when I opened the game, I had no idea yet what to build. Other than having the idea that I wanted to build something industrial, because that's just the mood, the thing I had inspiration for, sort of. But that was basically it. So now I'm adding like textures, which really turned out to look nice as well. I'm always kind of scared to add the textures, because the shape of the house might be really cool, but then if you add textures, for some reason it just doesn't work out. You might recognize that feeling when it doesn't work out with you in your build. But in this case, it just worked out really, really well, in my opinion. I just really like it's realistic. I mean, it could be possible, but still, it's just really cool looking. And yeah, I just really like the way it turned out to look like. Also because in the background you've kind of got that cityscape. It just it fits this area very nicely, and I think that this will fit in like San Mucino. So the world for city living, it will fit in there pretty cool as well. So did I ask you yet to submit any questions for me to ask there? I believe I did, but if I didn't, then just put any questions that you've got regarding The Sims for City Living in the comments down below, and then I'm very curious to hear about your answers. I uploaded kind of a little vlog to announce this. I got very many positive comments, so I was very happy to read about that. Like people saying that they were proud of me and that I deserved it, which it just feels good to know that people are kind of happy for me that I've got this opportunity. There were also some people who were afraid that I would be biased, because EA would come with all kinds of luxury stuff and I wouldn't be able to say anything negative about the game. Well, I don't actually see that that's like the thing, because I mean, I can still be negative about the game if it's not that good. But for what I've seen yet as a builder, I think it's interesting how we can finally build penthouses. It's kind of a disappointment that you cannot build the entire structure, but we've got to be honest, and it wasn't really expectable to be like, it wasn't to be expected that you would be able to build the entire skyscraper. I mean, in The Sims 3 that wasn't the case, and that's just, you kind of have to go to SimCity for that. So it would have been cool, but yeah, I had expected that it wouldn't be possible, so I don't see it as a too bad thing. But yeah, I will of course still be honest with all of you. But it doesn't mean that I have to say anything negative, because maybe there is not anything negative to say about the game, because of course I will be playing it, so in the end I will know best in the first place. But I just wanted to kind of comment on that, because many people seem to be happy about this, but some also seem to have like an opinion about me maybe becoming biased. There were words of EA like asking people to sign an agreement that they would only be positive about the game. Well, that's not happened to me, and I assume that will not happen, because that's kind of strange that without having played the game, you have to say that you're only going to be positive about it. But here, by the way, we started working on kind of decorating some stuff. I kept it very simple, just some planter boxes in the front, and this little pond fountain thing which I added just long ago already. and then some trees, but I just mainly kept it simple. I did want to add kind of a cool fireplace. Oh, I also added that rooftop hot tub. Wow, that's actually, I didn't realize that that was such a tongue twister. But yeah, because I always, like, when hot tubs came, I was like very happy, but then I realized that I often forget to add them, so I'm just adding them whenever I can, and they pop up like in my items list. And I also added this campfire or this bonfire area in the front, because I thought it would be kind of cool to sit in the middle of a city and then have like a bonfire or a campfire with like friends to sit around. That's like, it seemed like a really cool idea to me, so I just added that. I did realize just by watching this clip that probably like the smoke would turn the entire like lower area, or the kind of the ceiling of that overhanging part, it would kind of turn that black, but it wouldn't really matter too much. You know, if you make it black in the first place, which would fit the house, that shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, we're just finishing off the exterior. As you can see, it's just simple, nothing too special, but still I think it kind of looked cool, and I just really like to look at buildings from above as well. I just love drone shots. I love seeing drones. I've not got one myself. I would love to have one, but I'm like, spending so much money on something which you can break so easily isn't a good idea. So that's just simply why I never have one, and also because it just takes time to get to learn your drone and do good things. But aerial shots is just what I really like, so I try to often add those in the videos as well, simply because houses just look really cool from above, in my opinion too. Yeah, here we've got the interior, which I've started with kind of struggling with adding the stairs, but then I just decided not to add them together, but add the other one separately. I mean, yeah, it was too much trouble. That's kind of the point that you get when you only focus on the exterior when you start building. For the interior you can get problems like having strange layouts, or having like strange layouts of stairs, but in this case it could have been worse. I mean, it's still kind of in the same area, but yeah, I just really like the interior of this opening area with like that split leveling and that kind of diagonal overhanging part. I just think it's really cool. We're starting with the kitchen, which is on the lower floor, together with the dining area, and then on the second floor we've got the living room, a bedroom, and 2 bathrooms, and then on the third, so the upper floor, we've got the swimming pool in some place, but you cannot access it from there. You've got to access it from the roof, and then also let me think, we've got a gym, an entertainment area, and the last bedroom over there. So that's pretty cool. It's just a house, for kind of rich people who not definitely need like very many bedrooms, but just want to have like a gym and an entertainment room with a bar, all that kind of stuff. And I just realized that you might be confused about how you can access the pool, and that's just by the stairs in the middle. I initially added them for decoration, but then while building I realized that they were actually very useful to get to the rooftop, because I didn't want to add stairs from inside, so you have to exit the house on second level, then go up 2 stairs, and then you're on the 4th level, sort of on the roof, which is pretty cool. So here as you can see, it's only 4 squares wide, so it's kind of a small, narrow house, but 4 is just more than enough. Well, more than enough. It's just enough to build something that looks good in The Sims 4, so that's good. Also, I just figured out about all these like detailed items, so those industrial like items, which I thought are really cool, and I started adding them in this house, which makes this house a little bit different from normal industrial houses that I've built before as well, because normally I just made it industrial using like a good floor, good wall paintings, but now I can actually add like actual factory like items as well, and therefore this is just becoming much more realistic, because I can imagine that this building used to be kind of like some kind of warehouse, or maybe like a factory along like a canal probably, where back in the days like ships would get to, and then they would like save everything in those buildings, which are, I don't know whether you would call them warehouses or just like places where you store stuff like industrially. And that's actually what happens in Amsterdam, so I guess it's kind of inspired by Amsterdam canal houses, but just it would be really cool if one like this would be placed in between it, because the shape is just so special, sort of. I would love to make like an entire street of these kinds of houses. I can actually do that maybe if I add another one and then just put them together. That would probably create something kind of cool. If you would like to see that, let me know. I'm not sure whether it's actually going to be possible, but at first I want to know whether you like the idea. So let me know, should I build more of these and maybe place them together? The point is just I'm not entirely sure whether that's possible. We'll have to place it on the 60 by 60 lot, I guess. Then it would maybe be possible to fit two together because they are kind of wide. Here we've got the living room, which is in that overhanging part, and here this is the area where it really starts to get industrial because I use those. It's very modern, but still you've got like these older sofas and just those kind of hipster chairs all around. I just kind of like that vibe. And I noticed recently that all the stores, or at least here in the Netherlands, where people kind of do try to go with trends like this, where very many stores are simply industrially styled like industrially. That's not even a word, I've used it twice already. In the industrial style, that's what I meant to say. But therefore it kind of starts to become normal to have like huge brick walls and like these kinds of sofas in a very modern area. I do kind of like the vibe, but I noticed that it's starting to actually get mainstream now, which is funny because initially it was seen as hipster to have this style. But that's just something I just thought about recently when I was like in the city and I saw all those shops with that style kinda. So here I'm also adding like an older bookcase. Some of you might really not like it because it's just a combination of styles cramped together sort of, but still if you kind of know the style, I guess you will like it. But if you don't really understand what the style is, or you don't really like how you combine all the items, then it's probably not for you. But because I mean you use modern items and modern areas kind of to fill it up with some older pieces of furniture combined with very modern pieces of furniture. It's just sort of strange, but it just creates a really cool and cozy effect. Actually, it's better than the regular modern look because that's actually, it doesn't really have too much of a feel. I just made the pool much cooler, by the way, by adding a, like the dancing floor, which is simply a skylight. I added that in the pool, so imagine like lying in the bed, you shouldn't be afraid that all the water gets into your room and you just like drown, which could in reality be the case, but in The Sims, don't worry, it won't be. But you just lie under a full tank of water, and through the water you actually see like outside. That's just insane. Maybe, I guess the refraction of the water will cause the stars to not be visible, but like imagine looking at the stars through the water. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. And I just thought it was kind of a cool addition. Also, it comes with some really cool lighting to the room, or just add some really cool lighting to the room. So I just thought it was a cool idea. Here we've got an industrial bathroom. Turned out nothing too special. I noticed that I did use very many of the same wallpapers in the house, but it didn't get too repetitive for myself, so I thought, it doesn't really matter. And also in that way, in realistic or in actual industrial houses like these, you would normally see that they leave like the original aspects of the building, which would be like the main walls, and therefore I decided to just leave those main walls kind of the structure they are in. And also I kind of try to, on the both sides, use the same texture sort of, so that it's more realistic, that it's actually a wall of brick and not just a brick texture sort of. I'm not totally sure whether that's understandable, but it won't change your life if you know what I just said. So here we're making the gym. I thought it would just be cool to add some gym items there, and I also added very many of those industrial items over there just because I thought it would look cool. And having a gym looking out over your own pool, and then being able to just run down the stairs and then run up 2 stairs again. Oh no, that's not true. No, there's not actually a door, so you first got to run down the stairs indoors and then run up 2 stairs in like the outdoors, and then you'd be in your own pool just to cool off a little bit after a good workout in your own house, which is still like having your own gym at house is like super chill. If you've actually got like a big gym with like very many like items and machines, that would be pretty cool. But here you've got like the bathroom or the bedroom. The last one, I imagined this kind of as a boy's bedroom because I added bacon on the wall. I'm not sure whether I actually left it there because, yeah, I realized it didn't really fit the rest of the house. It was too bright. Generally, this house or this room, yeah, there I actually removed the bacon from the wall. I'm sorry, RIP bacon 2016. But yeah, I just also an interior or an indoor, no, what do you call it? A walk-in closet, that's it. And just like a computer and a desk because I realized I'd not added any computers or desks in the house before yet. Then here we've got the bar. Which is simply going to be pretty awesome as well. Just an entertainment room. You've got that lookout like down into the living area sort of. And then a football table, some more decoration, and then that's basically it. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please leave a like if you did actually enjoy it. Then I would hope to see you back in another video. I'm very excited to play The Sims for City Living. I hope you are excited to learn more about it. And then yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And then I hope to see you back later.